There's nothing better than a big glass of milk. You can milk cows, buffaloes, goats, even almonds on farms and in the countryside. But did you know there is a milking job in the United States that pays $30,000? And that job is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world? Pull up a three-legged stool, my friend, because today we're talking about snake milking. Snakes are not the most lovable creatures on the planet. Even the word snake sends chills down many people's spines. There are over 2,000 types of snakes on the planet, and 400 of them are venomous. These slithering, creepy crawlies are better left alone, but there are people who actually milk these deadly snakes. So what is snake milking? Snake milking is a bit of a misnomer. It's not exactly what it sounds like. They do milk snakes, but not for milk. Snakes are milked for their venom. That's right, there is actually a job that pays you to collect venom from some of the deadliest creatures on the planet. And I hope you don't mind getting your hands dirty, because this is a hands-on job. You literally use your hands to hold the snakes, and your fingers are millimeters away from the sharp, poisonous fangs of cobras, mambas, kraits, and vipers. The slightest slip of a finger can turn dangerous. Obviously, this job is performed by highly trained professionals, known as snake milkers or venom milkers. A snake milker is someone who extracts or milks venom from poisonous snakes to create anti-venom to be used in medical research. Why milk snakes? Venom milkers extract venom from the deadliest snakes in the world. They put their lives at risk. But why? Why milk venom from a snake in the first place? Snakes don't chew food before they eat it. Many varieties of snakes rely on venom to kill their prey, making it easier for them to swallow the prey whole. Snake venom can lower blood pressure, stop the heart, paralyze muscles, and cause internal bleeding. So if you ever get bit by a snake, you'll need to get an antidote to get better. An antidote, known as anti-venom, is made from snake venom. Hospitals all over the world use snake venom to create anti-venoms that are then used to save the lives of people suffering from poisonous snake bites. This anti-venom helps the body produce antibodies that can combat the snake's poison. So technically, we use snake venom to save ourselves from snake venom. According to the World Health Organization, more than 2.7 million people are bitten by poisonous snakes every year, out of which about 100,000 people die. Snake venom is also used in medical research. Research has found that snake venom can treat blood clots, lower blood pressure, and prevent heart attacks. Scientists are now conducting experiments with snake venom to help treat tumors, strokes, and Alzheimer's. Viprenex is a medicine that contains pit viper venom. It helps to increase the window of treatment for victims of stroke. Just a few extra hours between having a stroke and getting treatment could make a huge difference. And all of this medicinal progress is thanks to venom milkers. Without snake milkers, snake bite patients would probably die. So is it a paycheck or a passion? Venom milking is not a job for everyone. I mean, putting your fingers inches away from the fangs of some of the deadliest snakes in the world, like vipers, cobras, mambas, and rattlesnakes. Venom milking is not an easy job. There are strict procedures in place while extracting venom. The poison needs to stay uncontaminated and the milker needs to stay safe. You definitely need some passion to be able to do a job like this. You need to love snakes and be adventurous enough to do this every day. Venom milkers are usually curious and very methodical. It is not a job for the faint of heart. Even the slightest of mistake will have the venom milker becoming an anti-venom patient. So what does a venom milker do? Venom milkers often work in serpentariums or labs with hundreds of glass tanks full of deadly snakes. Most serpentariums are part of zoos and universities, but some venom milkers own independent facilities that offer services on a contract basis. Every day, venom milkers extract poison from different snakes using specialized lab equipment. An experienced venom milker completes an estimated 600 to 1,000 venom extractions every week. There are two methods that are usually used to milk venom from a snake. In the first method, the milker holds the snake's head and induces it to bite a latex membrane that is placed over a small receptacle, which then collects the venom that the snake dispels. In the other method, a milker holds the snake's mouth open, while the second milker shocks the snake's head with electrodes. This stimulates the muscles around the venom glands and forces the snake to eject poison. This method is not very pleasant for the snakes. There are many safety precautions in place to ensure that even if the milkers do get bit, the injury isn't fatal. But even the most seasoned milkers have had several bites throughout their careers. It takes thousands of milkings to produce enough venom to be sent to the lab. Once the venom is extracted, it's freeze-dried to store and transport to researchers, labs, and hospitals. Snake venom is extremely valuable, but the job of venom milker is not limited to just extracting poison from snakes. They also have to maintain the lab and the lab equipment. Venom milkers clean the tanks and all the equipment used for milking. They also care for the snakes that live in the serpentarium. They feed the snakes and ensure that all the snakes remain healthy. Venom milkers also breed snakes. More snakes mean more venom, so breeding snakes makes sense. A snake venom producing facility needs a staff that is knowledgeable and thorough in the field, as venom needs to be handled carefully, labeled, and stored. Jim Harrison, owner of Kentucky Reptile Zoo, has been milking venom from deadly snakes for decades. This kind of job doesn't come without risks. Jim has been bitten countless times. Most have been dry bites, where the snake did not inject venom, but he is a survivor of 9 venomous bites, with visits to the hospital for 4 of them. Jim Harrison catches hundreds of snakes with his bare hands every day, holding their heads up to a glass beaker to collect their venom. Jim and his wife Kristen have the largest collection of venomous snakes in the United States, possibly even the world, at their zoo. Jim's injuries have been so serious that some of his fingers don't have tips. His hands are riddled with scars. On one occasion, he was bitten by a lancehead viper, which had him hospitalized for 4 weeks, with 3 surgeries to remove abscesses from his fingers. And yet he keeps on milking. He loves snakes and believes that venom milking is necessary. He says the pain is all worthwhile because the venom he extracts can save lives. His goal is to help as many people as he can, and fully believes that snake venom has curative powers. According to Jim, most people, when they think of venoms and stuff, they think of death. I think of life because it saves more lives than it will ever take. Jim has been interested in snakes for as long as he can remember. He caught his first snake when he was just 6 years old. After graduating from high school when he was 17, he began keeping snakes and extracting venom. Kristen, his wife, became interested in reptiles in college. In 2015, Harrison collaborated with Animal Venom Research International to develop antivenom that would help victims of snake bites in Sri Lanka. This small country has the highest rate of snake bite deaths in the world, with most of the victims being children. Jim and Kristen run the Kentucky Reptile Zoo full-time. It's a non-profit organization, with its only source of income being people coming to visit the zoo, and the sale of snake venom. So what is the average snake milker's salary? Generally, snake milkers earn $2,500 per month, which is an average of about $30,000 per year. The top local pay starts at about $15 per hour, and experienced milkers make $17.50 per hour. For a job that requires you to risk your life, this salary is not much. According to BLS, the median salary for snake milkers falls far lower than the BLS category of zoologists and wildlife biologists, earning a median salary of a little more than $66,000 as of May 2020. Snake milking is a very small and heavily regulated industry. Plus, there are no promotions or any scope of job growth in this field, so your salary will stay the same for your entire career. However, 1 gram of snake venom can sell for up to $2,000. So if you become an entrepreneur and start your own snake venom business by breeding snakes, you could earn a lot more money. Now, what about the educational requirements to become a snake milker? High school students thinking of pursuing this as a career will need good grades in math and biology. Chemistry is also important to understand the chemical properties of the venom. Biology is the most important subject, though, as it will provide you with the most background of this field. A degree in science with preferable socialization in biology and minors in related fields, such as chemistry, would be ideal. A degree in zoology might shift the focus completely to animals and remove elements of biology that are not relevant to your career choice. Fish and wildlife degrees could also help get your foot in this career. A master's in herpetology, the study of reptiles, and anything related to toxicology could be quite useful, with your core projects focusing on snake biology. Many venom milkers hold PhDs and master's degrees in biology, chemistry, or zoology. A PhD is not generally required unless you wish to enter into a teaching career at the university level or become a researcher of snake venom. After your studies are complete, you may require a certificate or license, which could vary depending on your state and country. Venom milking is a niche career, and there are very few positions and openings every year. According to an article in Applied Herpetology, there are only 34 facilities for snake milking across 21 countries all over the world. This means that a very small number of people are responsible for all the antivenom in the world. So, does this sound like a job for you? Or are you happy staying miles away from these slithering reptiles? Let us know in the comments.